Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys about some updates we found out at WGU. The program, I guess, chair, director, or whatever, came onto our site yesterday and really talked to us about the program and anything we think that needs to be changed or any issues we're having. And I thought the talk was really good. I mentioned that two of the courses that I've struggled with, I think they need to be broken down into a part one and a part two because it's so content heavy. I mean, you do need those classes, one, to pass the curriculum or pass it, get, to graduate. And then you do also need those two classes to pass your RHIA if you so choose to take it. So that then other people had mentioned about the testing site. So the test, when you sit down and take a test, you have to have a camera, right? And the camera, so a third-party testing center can watch you take the exam. I don't know about Examity because I don't use that. That's not what my program uses. We use ProctorU, and so far all of my exams have been hosted through a third-party company. I want to say somewhere either in Thailand or the Philippines. I'm not really sure so I've had ladies so far. I'm not sure where these ladies are located, but it is another country. So, and each one, it's never the same process when you take the exam. One person will ask you to show underneath your desk. Another person will ask you for that. They're supposed to only ask you to show your walls, right? To make sure you have nothing on your walls. Your computer screen, anything on your desk. They want to make sure that you don't have your cell phone in your hand, so you have to place it somewhere behind you or something like that, or off on another table or something. They want to see you do it. They want to see your whiteboard if you're going to use the whiteboard, and they want to make sure it's clean, so you have to show the front and back of that. Of course, your ID check and all that stuff. But so the director chair, so people have been complaining about that and how it's not uniformed across the board as far as what the proctors are looking for, and you only get I think it's supposed to take you 10 to 15 minutes to do that, or less. Usually less. It only takes me 5 minutes. I've been lucky to have good proctors and not to ask me all that stuff, you know what I mean? Because they're watching you. If your head dips down or if you go off screen, they'll be like, excuse me, can you get back on screen? So they can see you. And then you can't talk during the exam. Even though you're in the privacy of your own home, you can't talk, during the exam. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like you're in a full-on testing center, but not really, So some people were talking about that, the classes, and then that's really it. I thought it was pretty productive conversation. She got to see what we didn't like as students, and that sometimes the course mentor or the course instructor weren't really super responsive to what we were asking for, and why we, when we asked details like, oh, why is this class set up like this? Why doesn't the practice test match the PA? Your OA is your practice exam, and then your PA is your final exam. It's supposed to be comprehensive of everything, all the material that you've covered, and it just doesn't align. Some of them don't align, and people were asking questions about that. So she explained some things to us. I thought it made sense. Some people didn't agree. Some people were kind of upset that, the testing is set up like this. I had no problem with it. She did mention that there's going to be some changes coming to the HIM program. I think it's going to be better. Yeah, it'll probably increase the course load, probably add on 2 classes, maybe more. It depends on what other changes they have coming. But for the 2 classes that I mentioned, she did say that they're going to break those 2 classes up, which, yeah, it'll take you a little more time to work through the program. But I think it's conducive to you passing on the first time instead of having to retake the same exam again. I'm on my 3rd retake for C810. You only get 4 chances to take an exam. Once you get to that 4th chance, you have to go before the HIM board basically, and you have to explain to them why you didn't pass, why you think you didn't pass, and basically beg for your place. Other than if you don't and they refuse you, which is most likely is what's going to happen, you will have to go into a different program. So I guess keep that in the back of your mind when you're thinking, oh, why did they add these courses? Because if you fail, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So that, and then papers, like when you write papers and stuff, you only get like up to a 5th submission, and then after the 5th submission, they that's it. That it's done. You failed the class and you have to start next semester. I think they're a little more lenient with the papers than they are the exams. But yeah, so we talked about that, and then she seemed like she was pretty open to making change and to communicate with us about what's going on. And I think what maybe caught her off guard was the fact that our course instructors and our course mentors weren't really giving us the feedback that we needed, Okay, so WGU sent, the course mentor is there to help guide you through the course, right? But they actually don't write any of the coursework. They don't actually set up any of the course. Like, it's not their class. They're not hands-on with the course. You know what I mean? You know how you go to a regular traditional college, that teacher has written, like, they give them an outline and they tell them this is what you have to teach in this class, but then they come up with the lesson plans and all this other stuff. Well, that's not how it works at WGU. WGU sets up everything. They get the material, and then they tell the teachers, okay, this is what you have to instruct this, this is what the students are going to do. This is how you need to help them. This is what's going to be involved in the course. So they just tell the course instructors what's in the course and how, and probably how you can help them. And the farther you get along in the program, you'll really start to see that the course instructors sometimes can't really give you the best advice for submissions, paper submissions. I don't know how many times I've rewritten a paper, and the I guess the questions and what they are asking me to do don't make any sense to me. And I've had to ask a fellow student, like, what are they talking about? Even when I've talked to the course instructor 3 or 4 times, it doesn't make any sense, and they can't explain it, because sometimes I think they don't even understand what they're asking for. And then the course mentor, they're just really there to help pace you, They're there to motivate you and help pace you. They don't offer anything else. My course mentor, I don't even think she got her bachelor's degree at WGU, so she doesn't give me much insight as far as what the classes are about, what to take next, and how the classes stack on each other. And that's another thing that I had mentioned. It would be nice to have a course guide to explain which classes fall on top of each other. It would have been nice to take C8 10 during my PPE, right now, because a lot of the things I'm doing in my PPE match up with my C810 class. And I feel confident taking the exam. When I took it in my first semester, I failed it, and because I took it so late in the semester, it rolled to my next semester. So I got deemed on my financial aid, but that is what it is. And yeah, so it rolled to my next semester. It's in this second semester that I'm in right now, and I'm getting to the end of it. My term ends February 29th, and then my new term starts March 1st. So I'm going to try and power through my 3rd term, because I do not want to do another semester here. But not because I don't like the school. It's just because financially, And then, so yeah, so that being said, they closed the first WGU HIM Facebook help group. They're supposed to be opening another one. I don't remember when. I think it's supposed to be February 1st or 2nd, something like that. And I mean it's okay, but all of the files that we had, all of the posts that we had made about certain classes and stuff, and what we did to work around and how we helped ourselves, that's all gone now. So it's not really beneficial to new students that's coming in and they're struggling, or to help students because there's some students in there that will give you their notes and let you read off of their notes if you need help in that way. And now you guys don't know who those students are, or their notes are up there and I guess, I don't know, if they didn't save those files, they're gone now. So I guess we're starting over from scratch. I really don't know what else is missing or what else is gone. Guess we'll find out in a couple days. But for those of you who are starting or contemplating starting, I would wait until the fall when some of these new changes start happening, because it might be a little more beneficial to start then. That way the classes are they're broken up better, so you will have a better opportunity to pass, I guess pass on the first time. I will say C810 D033, and for some reason C176 are the 3 toughest classes that everybody struggles with. C810 I'm struggling with. I'm working with it now, studying and reading, and that's healthcare foundations. And then D033 is, I think, healthcare information systems. And then C176 is CompTIA. So it's a project management. It's not even project management. It is a CompTIA projects. So it's a computer class basically. And people said the work's not difficult. It's just as boring, And I think because we get in that mind frame as HIM professionals, that we can't really change gears into any other, to think any other way. And maybe this is like a class at the end to like kind of get you to think a different way. I'm not really sure. But they said it's supposed to be, supportive to the HIM field, which I do believe, because we're getting more technology based, but we are technology based, and we're getting more so in the future. So I understand why the class is there. Some people complained about it, but I think it's relevant. I think the class is relevant. So yeah, so if anybody is looking for the HIM group on Facebook, it's not there right now. It'll be up hopefully later. I'm not really sure why the site was closed down. Maybe we'll find out some information once the site opens back up. There's a lot of rumors now that the chair board didn't like what she was seeing in our thread, because when she posted, I don't think she was expecting to get the response that she got. I think I was probably the 28th person to reply. And I think when I went back and looked later on that night, the post was somewhere in the 60s. So I'm not sure what really happened or what went on or why she shut down the YouTube group. The Facebook group. So yeah, just letting you guys know. All right, good night.